Prepare yourselves for a battle of epic proportions between two titans. Feast upon their voices and revel in their words. This is Dueling Ogres.
Hello, Ogres, and welcome to episode 185. Thank you for joining us, as always, on this delicious Thursday evening, Earth date, March 14th, 2019. See, I did the 2018 thing. My brain just stopped when I started. It was like, what, you need me to do numbers? Is that what this is? Yeah? So I did the numbers.
It was like somebody learning to talk for the first time.
Shut up, you.
You?
You got a lot of nerve talking to me like that. It's almost like you've got some chutzpah. Why? Oh, it's going to get warm in here.
Yeah, it is.
You can already feel it. So we don't have central air.
You didn't introduce yourself.
I know, I didn't. I haven't started yet. Hold on.
Okay.
I haven't fully begun yet. I just wanted to get this out of the way because it's hot. We don't have central air, and it's just fucking magically 76 degrees out there.
Yeah.
And it's stupid.
I think it feels great, though.
I think it's wonderful when you're not stuck in a hot, stinky recording room.
Mm-hmm.
So.
It's not stinky so much.
Well, I mean, it'll get there.
You burped earlier, and it was pretty stinky.
Dude, I ripped one last night, and I was telling Steve, I was like, Steve, pro tip, don't ever fart in your studio. Don't ever rip a stanker in your studio.
Rip a stanker?
Rip a stanker. I'm your host, Remington Hitchcock, and with me, as always, my co-host, Brandon Full. Say hello, Brandon.
Ripping stankers across the USA. I'm your co-host, Brandon Full, and I've said hello.
You did. Congratulations. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
So how are you?
I'm doing pretty well.
Good. You came in here and you were like, man, I was on a sugar high, and then I crashed, and I'm like, bleh. And now I'm bleh.
Yeah.
I think you sucked my energy
I'm
away.
like a vampire. I do that every time.
That you are an energy vampire.
I come in and I'm like, bleh, I don't want to be here. And then as soon as we start, I'm ready.
Yeah.
Bleh.
You just take all of my energy, you son of a bitch.
Gimme. Nom,
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 nom.
nom, 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 nom.
No, I just had donuts today. That was my brunch dinner.
Your Brenner.
My Brenner.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Your Yule Brenner.
But I feel.
Thanks for ignoring that. Joke.
Yeah, I had a Nutri-Grain bar, so I feel a lot better, and a piece of cheese.
Well, that's good.
And then I'm gonna devour some soup when I get home tonight.
We are going to have Pizza Hut. That's going to be our thing. That's going to be the thing that happens. I feel like there's nobody here right now. Like, just bots. It's disconcerting. We're talking to bots.
That's fine. We're talking to the listeners. The bots are an extra bonus.
Yeah. I'd much rather have the listeners.
Yeah, exactly.
But the listeners can come in and enjoy us.
But the listeners are always there.
Well, yeah, but after the fact, when it's live, I want them here when we're live, Brandon.
Fuck live.
Because then I can talk right to them, and they can talk right to us. Supa's here. I see him. Hi, Supa. I don't know if he's really here or if he's not here.
Yeah.
I don't know. He hasn't said anything yet.
Hi, Supa. You said it so bland.
Did I?
You're like, Supa's here. Hi, Supa.
That's because it's kind of hard to read. So I wasn't entirely sure, but then I noticed it was in the mod section.
Yeah.
Does your mustache bother you?
Yes.
Like, mine's to the point where I need to trim it,
Mm-hmm.
and it's keeps getting in my mouth. And
yeah, mine does the same thing. I had a lemon donut today, and it got all in my mustache, and I felt like a monster. I felt like I was walking around like, yeah, can I help you?
Look at me, I got a little bit of donut stuff
Got
right
some
here.
lemon in my mustache.
You want a little lick off my lemon stash over here?
I'm going to shave it off soon.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You're going to go back to the babyface Brandon?
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to call you babyface Brandon over here. Hey, over here, this is babyface Brandon. You should talk like that when you shave your
Hey,
face.
yo, it's me, Babyface Brandon.
Yeah, yo, it's over here. I'm babyface Brandon.
Can I call myself Babyface Brandon?
I
guess
encourage you to call yourself Babyface Brandon, yes. So I added some new things. Of course, for the podcast, I turn off the sound clips
Okay.
for the live stream because I don't like to have to edit those out. And I don't like for them to distract us.
Oh, the like email. No, that's your email noise.
That's my email noise. But yeah, thank you. You know,
Yeah, stuff like that.
the alerts for when somebody raids or hosts or whatever are still on. But like my random, you can just do a command and it says something. Mm-hmm. I have those turned off.
Oh, okay.
But I found a couple of neat little scripts that I can use in Chatbot where somebody can just type in ! clip and it'll make a clip. Because you can make clips of people when they're live, you know?
Like a clip of whatever just happened?
Yeah. And also a Giphy one where you can put a GIF in.
Put your own GIF? Or you can turn a
It
clip into a GIF?
It pulls from GIFs. It pulls from Giphy. Like the top GIF for like laughing. So
you would type in GIF laughing?
Yeah. I haven't tested it live yet.
Oh, okay.
So that's part of the reason why I'm just kind of stalling at the moment. Where's my chat? I don't know how this works anymore, Brandon.
I don't know how any of this works.
There we go. Ah, that's cool. That's really cool. Oh, I like that.
So that'll be a riveting fucking clip for people to watch.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, I can go in and delete
You
it.
staring at your phone.
Yeah.
What'd you name the episode? Energetic, crazy, poultry, arson, no sexy?
No, it auto-generates a URL.
Oh, okay.
So, and it just picks from random words.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought that was the name of the episode. And I was going to be like, that's a weird one, Remington.
Nope.
You picked a peculiar one.
So now the Giphy one, and there it pops up. You can't really see, but it's the one with, what's the guy's name? The boxer.
Mike Tyson?
Yes, Mike Tyson. He's clapping and laughing. You know that one?
Oh, okay, yeah.
That was the GIF. Okay, I'm done. I've had my fun. I did my testing.
Yeah.
That's all this was.
You did your testing live, and now.
Yeah, there's nobody really paying attention, so that's what we're gonna do. So how have you been, Brandon? Let's get this actual show started.
Let's get this show started.
Let's get this show started.
Let's get this show started.
My boy, we're pilgrims in an unholy land.
I've been...
Ow!
Did you hit yourself in the balls with your vape pen?
Yes. It's not light.
So you just fumbled for your vape pen, lost it, hit yourself directly in the balls with it.
Yes. Those are all things that happened. You want to rewind and try this again?
You're right.
How are you, Brandon?
I'm good.
Good. I'm glad.
I've been pretty good.
Good. What have you been up to? Do anything exciting? Please tell me you did something exciting.
I went to a movie.
Ooh, what movie did you go see?
What movie did I go see, Remington, you asked?
Well, yes, I did. I know, but this is for the listener.
I saw Captain Marvel.
Okay, good. How was it?
I refuse to talk about it. No, I thought it was good.
Yeah.
I'm not going to have any spoilers for this, so if you haven't seen Captain Marvel yet, don't worry. I'm not going to spoil that everybody dies. You find out that the real Captain Marvel was the friends he made along the way. No, it didn't blow me away.
Yeah.
I got to say, I went and saw it by myself. One of the first times I've seen a movie by myself since like junior high or high school.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So it was pretty cool. I took myself on a little date.
You made it all the way through it?
Yeah.
Nice. Good.
Yeah, which is good because last time I went to go see a movie, my anxiety got the better of me. I was with my ex at the time, and I had to leave like 15 minutes in.
Yeah.
So I made it all the way through the movie, so I was pretty proud of that. And then I walked around the mall. The mall's another big trigger for me because it's so open that it's hard to feel like if I'm going to have a panic attack, there's nowhere to go. But yeah, I went and saw a movie. I went and saw Captain Marvel, walked the entire length of the mall and picked up Fallout 4 for the Xbox One.
Nice.
And then got some Steak Escape.
Nice.
I got €1.
Yeah. That's
I got
like the
home.
only thing that I buy from there.
It's the only thing worth buying.
Yeah, for sure.
So I got home, installed, and played some Fallout 4 and €80 after seeing Captain Marvel.
Well, hell yeah. That sounds like a great single date night.
It was pretty good. And then I treated myself
To a handy J.
to a handy J. Tzatziki
like
sauce
Oh, God.
still clinging to my palms.
Couldn't feel the difference. Didn't know which was what.
No.
I like how you hesitated, as if this show is anything but raucous and raunchy.
Well, it was such low-hanging fruit.
Yeah, it was. Hang on, I forgot the lighting.
Oh, no. Zero ooh is lurking.
You're like one of those announcing bots.
Ooh, zero ooh.
Ooh, Zero Ooh is lurking. Ooh, Zero Ooh. Thanks for the lurk, Zero. He's returning the favor because I came in and said hi to him earlier today.
Oh, good. That's what it's all about.
It is.
But, so yeah, Captain Marvel.
Yes.
Not as exciting as I was hoping it would be.
Mm-hmm.
Brie Larson, I feel like, could have done a little bit better of a job as an actress.
Okay.
I mean, who am I to judge really? But just from what I saw, going into it, I'd heard people say that she was a little wooden.
You know what they say, those who cannot do, teach.
Mm-hmm. And those who cannot teach, judge.
And those who cannot act, judge.
Okay.
So we've come full circle.
Yeah, we're back to square one. I'd heard that she was wooden, and she definitely is a little wooden. Because the movie, it felt a little all over the place because there's humor in there, but the humor mostly derives from the things that she says, like little quippy one-liners.
Uh-huh. And the quippy one-liners are delivered like quippy one-liner.
Basically, yes.
Yeah.
Plus, quippy one-liners aren't really... They don't set up her character to make it seem like she's a quippy one-liner kind of person.
Okay.
She will just make a quippy one-liner, and that's the laugh, but...
Her character doesn't seem like the type of person who would do that.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotcha.
So I had some issues with it, but for the most part, I thought it was good. I'd still recommend seeing it.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
There's a little tie-in to Endgame. I won't say what it is or
Right.
anything, but
we're also going to show the Endgame trailer.
Yeah.
Of course, because we have to, right?
Yeah,
We're required to by geek law.
Mm-hmm.
If
just
we have
came
a
out
podcast,
today too, so we're
so we're real fresh.
yeah
We're super fresh.
topical for once.
Yeah.
For once in our miserable lives,
We're
topical.
always topical. Every story that I bring has happened like that day.
My notes, half of them are notes that I took 2 weeks ago.
I laughed, and then my neck had a spasm, and I pulled a muscle. I think I need to do exercises with my neck, Brandon.
I think so too.
The listeners can't see it, but I'm like peacocking.
You're 100% miming a blowjob. And making the noise.
No, I'm not. The blowjob noise is honk, 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 honk.
Versus... This is good listening.
What am I doing with my life?
This is real good listening.
This is super good watching, too, I'm sure. Jesus.
Oh, we should have made a clip of you.
Do it. It records like
Not
10
in chat.
seconds.
I'm not in chat.
It doesn't. It's quick. Boop. Doop. Burp. Dip. Bop. Beep. Bop. No, it's probably too late.
So it'll be a clip of you.
Making a clip.
Clever venomous bacon rickroll.
Yeah. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down.
So what have you been up to?
Well, I'm pretty sure I bombed my microeconomics test this time around. I think I probably got like maybe a C.
Oh.
Maybe a D. So I'm a little worried about that. But it was partially because I was up all night taking notes for my history test. So I think I did pretty well on the old history test.
Yeah.
So I guess one for the other.
So
right?
yeah, you were up for like 24 hours straight,
Yes.
weren't you?
I was up 24 hours straight. This was Tuesday night into Wednesday. And I stayed up all night making notes. And then I crashed Wednesday night at like 9 o'clock.
Yeah, I imagine.
And I was back up at 6 a.m.
Jeez.
So
For class or just to be up?
No, just to be up. Because I only have class Mondays and Wednesdays.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So But that was the last day before spring break. So I've got a week to do nothing, which means that I will probably have the podcast up and published a lot sooner.
Oh, cool.
So it'll probably be proper Saturday when it comes out.
Yeah.
Maybe better because I don't have anything to do. I don't have any studying. I don't have any homework to catch up on. I've got a whole week and a half to get a jump on the next stuff. So for history, for instance, we take 4 chapters and then we have a test.
Okay.
And he gives us a set of keywords that he's going to talk about, but we also have to write a chapter summary for 4 chapters. So I'm going to get a jump start on it, and I'm going to pick 4 days and just write a chapter summary a day.
So you write a summary for each chapter?
Yes.
Okay. I think you've mentioned this before.
Yeah, I think I have. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to get a jump start on that and get it all done. That way I don't have to worry about that, and I don't have to pull another all-nighter typing up something that needs to be in, because it's 25 points. So, when you're really only graded on showing up, that, and a test,
that's a pretty decent amount of points.
It's a pretty decent amount of points. And you can turn it in late, but you start getting points taken off for it.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want to have any points taken off of it because, it's a quarter. If we do 4 tests in a semester, that's a grade letter.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'd rather let my knowledge of history on the tests be the thing that determines how good I am at history, right?
Yeah.
Not the bullshit, here's some free points if you do this work.
What was the history test on? What are you guys at in history?
I mean, we just covered World War I. That's where we're at. So, we had like the Industrial Revolution, then World War I, and we're into the Flapper Girls. We're getting into the Flapper Girls stuff. Yeah, so.
I love myself a good flapper girl, I have to say.
Yeah, it was neat because that was right after the Victorian era, where all of the women were like dressing in Victorian style dresses.
Yeah,
and then the flapper girl era came along, and they were wearing basically nothing
and shocked everybody.
And so it's pretty cool, interesting.
There was a hotel around here. I think it was a hotel that had a 1920s themed party that you could go to, where everybody dressed up in costumes. They had a jazz band, swing jazz band playing.
Yeah.
And you were supposed to dress up in like suits and flapper girl outfits and go, and it was a full night, free drinks and stuff. I wanted to go so bad. Tickets were $50.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's intense.
Plus, that's something you really need somebody to go with you. Like,
yeah,
you don't want to show up by yourself. Like, hey guys,
here I am.
Yeah, hey everybody.
Put on your transatlantic accent.
It's me, Babyface Brandon.
It's me, Babyface Brandon. Here to have a good time. Let me show you how to swing. Ha cha 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 cha.
I have a feeling I would alienate so many people if I tried to do the transatlantic accent. Like if I never stopped doing it.
Would you?
If I never stopped doing it the whole night?
No, I don't think. I think it would be A-okay.
You think so?
Yeah, I think they'd make you the new DJ. Now we're here to listen to. I don't know any 20s band names. I just realized that all
Lou
of a sudden.
Bega.
Now we're gonna listen to Lou Bega. Ha cha 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 cha.
Is it Mambo number 4? I don't think so. Add 1 to that number, Buster.
It's perfect. Yes. That would be the thing that you'd have to do the whole time.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Oh, it's getting warm already.
I feel all right.
Well, good. You even have a hoodie on.
Yeah.
And you're wearing the kick-ass Dueling Ogres chibi t-shirt.
I am. Which you can get at the Dueling Ogres Bazaar at duelingogres.com.
/bazaar. Yep. BAZAAR.
I really want to work.
Not BIZARRE.
Bazaar is in a place where you would go to purchase merchandise.
Yeah. Can you imagine the Bizarro Ogres would just be us?
We're Bizarre Ogres.
Yeah.
Bizarro Ogres. No, damn it, I can't portmanteau it.
No, you can't. It's too many O's.
Bizarro Ogres.
Yeah. Bizargos.
Bizargers.
Bizargos.
Bizargos.
Yeah.
That works.
Yeah.
Kind of.
It's not a proper portmanteau. It's like in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bizargos.
A port man.
A porto man.
Porto man. I really want to
Stupid.
work
We're
on a
stupid.
new. Yeah, we're dumb. I want to work on a new T-shirt.
You should do one. Brandon, you should get back into arting anyway.
I really should. I want to do, and I've mentioned this to you before, I think, a Dueling Ogres shirt in the style of first edition D&D artwork.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be really
Like,
sweet.
I want to do where it would be a square,
Uh-huh.
and it would be black and white, and it would be us maybe fighting a dragon or us fighting something.
Yeah.
I don't know what it would be exactly, but
Get on it.
done in that, like, real,
Do it.
hyper-realistic, but also kind of shitty style that everything was
Right,
in first
yeah.
edition.
Yeah. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Do it. Get on it. Get her started.
I do. I just need
Get
to
it
get a
rolling.
general idea of. I need to get a layout.
Just copy it from one of the other random bits. Just open up the old monster manual or whatever and just flip through until you find something that's like, yeah, I could probably work with that. And then just start rolling off of that. That'll be your inspiration.
Yeah.
Your muse.
Oh.
Muse. I just like the way I said it the first time.
Yeah, you had to repeat it.
Yeah.
It was more for you than anybody else.
It's true. It was. Let's do some stories
all right.
because I have to pick up the pizza at 7:30.
Oh,
So let's fly through this shit.
all right. An item on my Steam wish list is on sale.
What? What is it?
Doom. It's down to $14.99.
Hell yeah.
I'm not gonna buy it, but that's still pretty.
Hail
cool.
to the
It's on
king,
sale.
baby.
That's Duke
Doesn't he?
Nukem.
Oh, that is Duke Nukem. Fuck. What did he say in
You
Doom?
fucking idiot.
No, I'm a dumb shit.
He doesn't say anything in Doom.
Does he not?
No, he
I thought he
doesn't
had
speak.
lines. Oh.
Maybe he does. Maybe when you
Let's
put
just say that Duke Nukem's on sale instead.
I feel like when you put in the codes, like the IDDQD and the IDKFA, like the God mode codes, and his eyes go, I feel like he does go, hell yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I think he does. I think you're right.
I could be thinking of Duke Nukem still, but I feel like he does go, hell yeah.
I don't know. It's been so long.
Yeah.
Anyway, give us some stories, Brandon.
We're like, let's get to some stories.
Let's fucking
Fuck it, it
segue.
could be one of those episodes where we don't do any stories.
Yeah,
we
it
just
could.
chat. I'm fine with that.
It was light on stories anyway.
Yeah, oh, I'm definitely light on stories. Most of my stories are one sentence.
Okay.
Just like, such and such is happening. So, IndieWire reports that Steven Spielberg, who heads up the Academy Awards Directors Branch,
Okay.
will argue in favor of changing the Oscars rules to prevent streaming services from entering the campaign field at the Academy Board of Governors' next meeting. That was a mouthful of a sentence to say.
Okay, so they're trying to keep streaming service shows.
Away from the Oscars.
Well, that makes sense, really. Isn't the Oscars made for movies?
Yes.
I mean, I would say that Netflix or that streaming service movies should be eligible.
That's what he's talking about specifically.
Oh,
There's a
specifically the
Netflix
movies.
movie called Roma
Uh-huh.
that won a lot of awards at the Academy Awards, or at the Oscars.
Okay.
The Oscars is the Academy Awards, right? Oscars is just the shortened term. Academy Awards and Oscars are the same thing. I believe they are.
Okay. I'll take your word for it.
I'm pretty sure
I
the
don't ever
Academy
watch
Awards
any
are
of
the
them,
Oscars.
so.
Yeah, a movie called Roma won a lot of awards. So Steven Spielberg did not like that, I guess. He's arguing that because Netflix is a home viewing platform, he says that it's better suited for the Emmys, which celebrates TV, a medium inherent to home viewing. To be considered for an Oscar, and I don't know the specifics, so somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, you have to play in a certain amount of theaters for a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
So Netflix will take their movies that they think are Oscar worthy and release them in limited runs in theaters for the specific amount of time to be considered for Oscars.
Yeah.
That's what they did with Roma.
Okay. See, I'm for that. I mean, if they're releasing it in theaters for people to go see, then they should have the right to be in the Oscars.
Yeah.
If the movie is just released on Netflix and it doesn't get seen in theaters, if it doesn't meet that criteria,
Yeah.
then yeah, it should be for the Emmys instead.
Which is the case anyway.
Yeah.
That it has to meet that criteria of being played in theaters. I know that that's for a fact.
Yeah.
So Netflix had to say this in response through a tweet. We love cinema. Here are some things we also love. Access for people who can't always afford or live in towns without theaters. Letting everyone everywhere enjoy releases at the same time. giving filmmakers more ways to share art. These things are not mutually exclusive. So a pretty classy reply on Netflix's part.
Yeah, short, to the point, blunt, but respectful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it sounds like Steven Spielberg's just being an old fuddy-duddy.
Yeah.
Just an old grump, you know?
Yeah.
I don't think they should be allowed because they're on the TV and not the movies.
Yeah. Just because they have a faster release date to Netflix doesn't mean that they shouldn't have the option to win an Oscar if they met the movie theater requirements.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it would be nice to know like what the full rules entail on it, I feel like, but yeah, just from this, this brief dip into it seems a little meh.
Yeah.
Shitty.
You can find the full rules.
Yeah.
They're out there. I'm not 100% sure on what they are.
Yeah. So without any kind of segue whatsoever, Brandon,
Right.
I figure even though I could go into the Avengers Endgame trailer or whatever and follow up with movie news, I'm not going to do that because fuck you.
Okay. All right.
Instead, I'm going to go with why I said it was so delicious today.
Oh, right.
Did I say delicious or delectable?
You said delicious.
I was waffling between the two.
Delishable.
Delectable. I did have waffles today, though.
Ooh.
I made blueberry waffles.
Those are delectable.
Yeah,
and
they
delicious.
were. They were indeed. And it was a nice little surprise to Ginger because I was up at 6 o'clock this morning. Because sleep is good. Today is Pi Day, 3.14.
Mm-hmm.
And I figured I'd say it was delicious because delicious ties to pies, and pies are round, and they have a radius, and that radius is divisible by 3.14 or something like that. I don't know. I'm an English major.
Yeah, I don't understand math.
But, Brandon, but apparently there are a few mathematicians out there who prefer not to think of pi. Instead, they would prefer that people celebrate tau instead of pi.
Okay.
You seem apprehensive.
I do seem apprehensive. I think Pi Day's stupid anyway, so...
Oh, yeah? You don't like the whole...
No, I think it's too cutesy.
Too cutesy? Because it's pi?
It's 3.14. It's 3.14. It's Pi Day.
Yeah. Yeah, Brandon.
Ugh, I hate
And
it.
then people celebrate it by like, oh, we're going to try and memorize so much of the things with the stuffs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The numbers after pi.
It's like May 4th when people say it's May the 4th be with you.
Right.
I don't know.
But isn't that kind of real now, too?
Yeah, exactly. It is real. Because Lucasfilm made it real.
Yeah, exactly. See? So I'll come back to the mathematicians who would prefer tau over pi, but I did want to say that apparently a developer used Google Cloud to calculate 31 trillion digits with a trillion digits of pi, which is a new world record. I don't know at that point why you couldn't use anything to calculate to pi, but this guy used Google Cloud. So...
It's a lady.
Oh, it is a lady. It's March 14th, also known as Pi Day, an annual celebration of mathematical constant pi, first approximated by Babylonians and Egyptians about 4,000 years ago, and later more precisely by Greek mathematicians. It's coincidentally Einstein's birthday and the day of astrophysicist Stephen Hawking's death as well. This year, it marks the first time someone's calculated more than 31 trillion digits of pi, 31,415,926,535,897 to be exact, because you kind of have to. That's part of the gag, right?
Yeah, exactly.
With cloud computing. That's quite a step up from the approximate 500 digits known around the start of the 20th century and the 17.5 million digits American mathematician and programmer Bill Gosper reached in 1985. And compared with previous record 22.4 trillion set by Peter Trube in 2016, it's an increase of almost 10 trillion digits.
I feel like it loses something once you get up into the trillions, though, doesn't it? Like, if the previous record was something like 80 billion...
Yeah.
Up to 31 trillion.
Yeah.
I feel like that'd be more impressive than going from 22 trillion to 31 trillion. Because you're already in the trillions.
Yeah, but you got to think of it this way. You can't just use the trillion to be... I mean, that's 10,000 million more. Does that make it a little bit more impressive?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's still impressive. I'm not saying it's not impressive.
Yeah.
It's just not impressive.
You're just saying that because you hate pie.
No, I love pie. The food
And
the number, I don't understand. So
okay,
I don't.
see. And if you don't understand it, you hate it because that's how Americans work.
Mm-hmm. God bless us, everyone.
Google Cloud developer advocate Emma Haruka Iwa. So it was a female, not a dude, because I was saying he, and I hadn't actually read anything yet. So professional.
You just read the headline?
Yeah, I just read the headline, and it didn't name a sex.
Yeah.
So because I have a penis, I immediately went to being male.
You sexist.
That doesn't make you sexist.
It makes you sexist.
It does not make you sexist.
It 100% makes you
to
sexist.
assume
The end.
that it's a male just because you have a penis.
Because it's a scientist.
Because if it were a female, she would have said she to start off with. Because our brains want to coincide with the same sex that we are.
I don't think so.
I think it would.
I think she would say he, and she would also be sexist.
I don't agree with you.
I'm trying to white knight pretty hard here, Remington.
Yeah, you are, but we're dueling ogres, so fuck your white knighting.
And fuck your sexism.
Yeah. Emma accomplished the feat with Compute Engine on Google Cloud, according to Google, which detailed her work in a blog post this morning. Under the tutelage of Daisuke Takahashi, associate professor at the University of Tsukuba's Center for Computational Sciences. Sorry, I have a little bit of a fuzz in my eye. So.
There's also a lot of Japanese names here.
That's true. Iwao and colleagues, I'm going to call her Emma. Emma and colleagues, that way I don't keep butchering her last name, set a multi-threaded pie benchmarking app Y-Cruncher loose on a 170 terabyte calculation across 25 Google Cloud virtual machines for a total of 121 days.
Wow.
Fun fact, the data set was roughly equivalent in size to the entire Library of Congress's print collections. Her effort was a success. The final result was correct, and she published the computed digits on disk snapshots for anybody to copy. They say anyone because that would have been proper English. She says, when I was a kid, I didn't have access to supercomputers. Logically.
Yeah.
But even if you don't work for Google, you can apply for various scholarships and programs to access computing resources. I was very fortunate that there were Japanese world record holders that I could relate to myself. I'm really happy to be one of the few women in computer science holding the record, and I hope I can show more people who want to work in the industry what's possible. So yeah, nice little story.
That's awesome. That's a feel-good story.
It is. Then I'm going to follow up with people being shitty about Pi Day.
Okay.
So, circling back to some mathematicians who don't like the idea of Pi Day, who want to
celebrate Tau.
This from The Verge says, today is Pi Day, perhaps the most popular geeky holiday, hooray, but I'm here to tell you that Pi Day is wrong, or rather the entire idea of pi as a mathematical concept is wrong.
Ugh, I hate this article already.
It's easy enough to see why people like Pi Day. The whole thing starts with a mathematical pun of sorts. The day is written as 314 in American notation. Pi starts with the digits 3.14. You get it. It's an easy, fun ritual to see how many digits you can pointlessly memorize of the famously never-ending, never-repeating number, even though 39 digits is more than sufficient for almost any calculations you'll ever need. Plus, pi sounds like pie, and who doesn't like pie?
I love a good pie.
Yeah, me
Boston
too.
cream.
Oh.
That's where it's at.
It is. You're right. Damn. Why are you doing this to me, Brandon? But here's the thing. Pi as a number is bad, and therefore so is the entire misguided day dedicated to its celebration. It's a lot to take in, and I, too, was once like you. I was taught the virtues of pi for years, going back to Pi Day parties in middle school. We never had Pi Days in middle school. Was Pi Day even a thing when we were young?
No.
Are we grumpy
it wasn't
old
this
people?
This writer never went to Pi Day in middle school.
I don't know. You can assume a lot, because it was shortly thereafter that everybody was all like, yeah, it's Pi Day.
I guess the writer could be young.
Exactly. You know, we are getting old, Brandon.
I disagree. I don't like that.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It is a cold, hard reality that we live in, Brandon.
We didn't have Pi Day in middle school.
Hey.
Movies shouldn't be at the Oscars. Netflix. God damn it.
But instead of pi, we should celebrate tau, an alternative circle constant referred to by the Greek letter T instead of two T's, which is what pi is. That equals 2 pi, or approximately 6.28. So instead of having Pi Day, we could, on March 14th, we can have Tau Day in June 28th. See? It still works. We can still be coy. We can celebrate both. Why is this guy trying to take away Pi Day when we can have Tau Day too?
Yeah.
That's what I want to know.
What do you serve on Tau Day, though? That's the problem. Towels? What, you want to go and eat a fucking towel, Remington?
I mean, we could make it a Taoist holiday as well. So it's like the Tao of Tao. We could read the Tao of Pooh, which is... for those of you listening at home, Brandon has sat back in his chair, scowling.
So what's up with this stupid Tau?
I'm not just making this up out of nowhere. The terribleness of pi as a constant was first proposed by mathematician Bob Palaeus in his article Pi is Wrong, and later expounded upon in the Tau Manifesto by Mark Hartle, which serves as the basis for modern Taoism. Internet famed mathematician V. Hart is also a major proponent of Tau over pi. If you prefer your mathematical arguments in a more entertaining form, they provide a video, which we are not going to watch, but it'll be in the link in the description below. But Palaeus, is it Palaeus? P-A-L-A-I-S? Palaeus?
I'd say Palaeus.
Palaeus. But Palaeus and Hartle's arguments both boiled down to some basic math. Step back in time to when you first learned geometry and recall the simple origins. No matter what circle you're using, if you divide the circumference of the circle by the diameter, you'll get the same answer, an endless number starting with the digits 3.14, etc. Pi.
Right.
And right there is the fundamental law. The thing is, we don't actually use the diameter to describe circles. We use the radius, or 1/2 the diameter. The circle equation uses the radius, the area of the circle uses the radius, and the fundamental definition of a circle. The set of all points in a plane that are at a given distance from a given point, the center, is based upon the radius. Plugging that into our circle constant equation gives us a new circle constant equivalent to tau, colloquially referred to as tau, because it's 6.28, etc. Switching to tau isn't making some arbitrary change for the sake of it. It's bringing one of the most important constants in math in line with how we actually do math. So there's more to this article, but I want to know...
God, there's a lot more to this article.
Yeah, which I'm not going to get into, but you can read the rest of it. I like how this is the TLDR, apparently.
Really?
Yeah.
It totally is.
It's science TLDR in their categories, right? So it's a real long TLDR.
It is both TL and we DR.
Yeah, we're going to TLDR this.
Yes.
For sure, because I'm not reading the rest of it. But what do you think, Brandon? Do you think tau over pi? I know you don't care, but I don't care. For the sake of argument.
For the sake of content for this show.
For the sake of show content, what do you prefer?
I prefer Pi. Because Pi Day works. You serve pie on Pi Day.
Yeah.
It's more catchy.
So you're in it for the social construct.
I like the idea that it will get potentially younger people into math more.
Mm.
If you wonder, what's pi? Whereas Tau Day, that's a hard sell.
Yeah, that's true. I agree.
Kids were celebrating Tau Day. What's Tau Day? I don't know. Some nerd on the verge told me we got to celebrate it now.
Some stupid math nerd. Friggin' joik.
Actually, it's Tau. So the entire argument was we use half of the diameter of a circle.
Yes.
Instead of the full diameter,
yes.
Which would give us tau.
We use the
Pi.
radius. Yes, we use the radius whenever we're figuring basically anything for a circle.
Okay.
Yes. Because the truth is that it will always equal pi.
Right.
So we know this, and we don't need to. because it's automatic.
So won't it always equal Tau if we do it the other way?
Yes? I don't know. I don't know what this argument's all about. I'm an English guy. We've discussed this.
You're an English guy, and I went for art.
Exactly. Why are we even talking about this?
I don't know.
Because it's Pi Day, Brandon. Get with the times.
It works. It fits.
It does.
So what do you think? Are you going to celebrate Tau Day from now on?
Hell no. I say fuck you, math guy on The Verge.
Or math girl.
Or math...
Rivington.
God damn it, Brandon. You're right. Hold on. Chaim Gartenberg. Dude. I'm safe.
Yeah, you did it. Because I would have looked at that name and been like, boy, girl, I don't...
Chaim.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, he's Jewish.
It's interesting.
Give me a... What?
I'm just saying that's interesting.
Give me a story before we say something we regret. We go for that low-hanging fruit again.
Google, going back to Google, has patented a new video game controller.
Sorry, I always get excited about Google.
Google has patented a new video game controller.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be able to pair with virtually anything.
Ooh.
Has you connect to the controller via an account of some kind.
A Google account.
Yes.
Duh.
But to your controller itself.
To a controller account?
No, like the video game controller.
Yeah.
You sync your Google account or whatever account, probably Google account,
right,
to the controller.
Okay.
So why you would do that? I guess maybe it keeps your buttons and everything you have programmed into it.
Probably. I would say probably.
Maybe it has storage that you can keep games on.
Could be that, although I'm doubting it.
Mm-hmm.
I feel it would, because honestly, they would probably put it on the cloud.
Yeah.
Those games on the cloud. I seem to remember maybe last year or something where they were working on, and I don't even think it was Google. I don't remember enough of it to speak on it, really. But I seem to recall some new technology that somebody was working on that this would fit in really well with. And I wish I could remember more about it, but I just can't at the moment.
Well, they have put out a teaser announcement that they're going to announce something at the GDC next week.
Okay.
Which will be March 19th.
Okay. Gotcha.
So they have a teaser trailer. People think that it's either going to be a new console or what you may be thinking of, the Google Stream or something Stream. No, that's not what it's called. I don't remember what it's called.
That might be what I'm thinking of, though.
But it lets you play video games through your browser.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Yes.
Yeah, that's Google.
Okay.
So this controller potentially would go with that.
Yeah, then that would make
or their
perfect
own
sense.
console.
Right.
But we'll find out March 19th.
It makes more sense to play it through the browser. Because if you can load, we're talking about AAA titles, mind you, playing through your browser.
Yeah.
That's what this was all about.
So having
I
your
remember
controller,
it's flooding back to me slowly.
Back. I could see the light in your eyes as it came back. Like, oh yeah.
Yeah. That.
Oh yeah.
Exactly. So yeah, I mean that would make sense for them to release their own controller with it.
I'll go ahead and hit up some YouTube news.
Okay. Hit me with another. Hit me with your best shot.
It's not my best shot. It's just a shot. YouTube is going to stop recommending conspiracy theory videos such as flat earth conspiracies and videos promoting false cures.
I agree with the second part. False cures? Mm-hmm. I totally agree with that. Unless it's like highlighting the folly of false cures.
So this part of the news is from January.
Okay.
So they've already started to implement this.
Okay.
So you can still have your videos on there.
Sure.
They just won't appear in recommended videos.
Right.
So,
but the problem is, what was the first videos?
Conspiracy theory?
My brain lost the word for a second. Conspiracy videos are fun to watch.
Yes.
I don't believe most conspiracy videos, and you can usually tell how a conspiracy video is constructed.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, unless they're listing like sources at the end, unless they're fucking following APA format or whatever, or MLA or whatever, and citing their shit, who is YouTube to say what is and isn't conspiracy theory content?
Yeah.
Like, has the algorithm come so far that it can differentiate this content effectively, efficiently? And if that's the case, then why does it keep dinging my videos? When we're clearly a podcast talking about news and are referencing news for educational purposes. Just saying.
Does it keep flagging our videos with
whenever I do content that includes copywritten music or video? Yes. Yes.
We're on their radar. Means we're doing something right.
Well, I guess. Except they keep stealing our monetization, which doesn't exist because we don't have 1,000 subscriptions on YouTube.
Yeah, so
if you're watching this on YouTube, bang that subscription button.
bang it hard.
Bang it hard with your dick. Well, everybody says smash, and I don't like smash.
You like bang?
I like bang. I'm old school. I don't say smash. I say bang.
I say rail.
Rail's a good one. Rail that subscribe button. I like that much better. Yeah. It's a little more surreptitious, too. Like, people don't say rail all the time, but older people say bang all the time, and younger kids say smash for sexing up.
Yeah.
For getting the sex on.
Way to make it sound like a grandpa. For getting the sex on.
For coitus. Yeah.
YouTube also stopped recommending any videos on the Momo challenge.
You couldn't have waited a half second so I didn't almost do a spit take?
No, I wanted to get a spit take out of Momo.
It came real close. Okay, so refresh my memory. What is Momo challenge again? Come on, Brandon.
Sounds so bad. No, the Momo challenge is, you've seen that image of the bird girl. She's got big, crazy eyes and a bird smile.
Yes. I hadn't actually looked into this, so I genuinely do not know what it is.
They were saying that this bird girl was appearing in children's videos.
Uh-huh.
Halfway through, people were editing her in.
Okay.
And having her, like, and overdubbing people giving instructions for children to kill themselves.
Oh.
Like, are your parents asleep? Go take some pills. Like, stuff like that.
Oh. Was that a real thing that was happening?
No, it was a hoax.
Okay.
So YouTube has taken down any videos pretending to be the Momo challenge.
Mm-hmm.
Or not taken down, but stopped recommending. Any videos pretending to be the Momo challenge. Also videos explaining how the Momo challenge is a hoax. So this is where the algorithm gets a little weird.
Yeah, because you want...
anything that is talking about the Momo challenge just gets flagged.
Yeah, it's like, oh, Momo.
And delisted.
Yeah.
Not delisted, but...
not recommended.
Exactly.
Yeah. So that is dumb. Like... But I guess it doesn't really have to be in it, in the recommended challenge or in the recommended videos, because that's just a collection of content that people might want to see.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to know whether or not the Momo challenge is a hoax, you're probably just going to type it in.
Right, and you'll find it.
Exactly.
So you can still find it.
Exactly.
I had a friend...
Conspiracy theory videos, on the other hand, just to bring it back to that for a second, I want it to tell me about new conspiracy videos because I like to watch them and go, this guy's dumb.
Yeah.
You know?
I had a friend send me a video about Captain Marvel because I told him I was going to go see it with my daughter, who I ended up not going with.
Right.
And Brie Larson had said some stuff that some people thought was sexist against white men.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it was a little sexist against white men, really.
Yes.
You saw what I'm talking about, at least?
Well, yeah, I mean, we can talk about it.
Where she said that the movies weren't made for white men. She didn't want white men telling her what was wrong with the movies. And
yeah.
Just a bunch of stuff that's like, is it sexist? Is it okay? I don't know anymore. Seemed a little sexist to me.
Right.
But whatever. So he's very anti-Brie Larson, and he's kind of anti-feminist.
Right.
So he sent me one video of a dude talking about how Brie Larson's maybe a little racist against white dudes. Sexist against white dudes, not racist.
Yeah.
And how Captain Marvel was going to flop. I'm still getting fucking recommended videos that are like, Captain Marvel flops because of feminism.
Yeah.
constantly. That's all that's in my recommended feed. And I went off of one video.
Yeah, it's
Google
dumb.
saw like a new thing that I may be interested in, and we're like, finally, we can recommend some shit.
Yeah.
And these videos are akin to conspiracy videos, I would say.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Not that I want them, not that I wouldn't want them to disappear.
Right.
You know, I think that anybody who makes a video, as long as it's within the terms of service of YouTube, should be able to keep their video out there.
Yeah.
Even if it's stuff I don't agree with.
Right.
Just in the same way that these conspiracy theory videos, I think it's dumb that they're getting delisted.
Yeah.
And here's the rub. There was a famous YouTuber, I can't remember the name, I meant to write it down and I totally forgot, who did like a full series video on conspiracy theories.
Mm-hmm.
And his videos were not taken down. They were actually pushed to the front page and monetized.
Huh.
So YouTube still is deciding on a case-by-case basis what they want to push and what they don't want to push.
Well, yeah. Of course they are.
I mean, it's their platform. It just seems like if I were a content creator, I would be a little irked by all of this.
Sure.
Whether I was making conspiracy theory videos or not.
Yeah.
Now, yeah, we are content creators in a sense.
Yeah.
But YouTube is like third on our list of where we put the podcast.
Yeah, it is. It's an afterthought at best.
Yeah. Logan Paul, internet shitheel, internet dickbag Logan Paul.
Boy, I can't wait to include the tags on that.
Has a new YouTube video releasing where he discusses the flat earth conspiracy.
Yes, actually, I saw Corridor Digital actually did the intro for it, which was really interesting. I saw them talk about it a few weeks ago. And how one of the guys was like, I don't want to do this. But
he ends the trailer with, I think I'm coming out of the flat earth closet.
He's such a fucking troll.
Yeah, he's stupid. There's no word on whether his documentary will be hit with YouTube's new way of handling conspiracies.
Yeah. Flat earthers.
So yeah, Logan Paul, he's the same guy that went in the Suicide Forest, right?
Yes.
Okay, so he's who I'm thinking of.
Yeah,
he's
100% internet dickbag.
When Bucky was talking about it, how he said he was going to go gay for a month.
Yeah.
Logan Paul, not Bucky.
Yeah.
That was Logan Paul also, right?
That I don't remember.
I think so.
I don't pay any attention to Bucky specifically.
So yeah, there's your YouTube news.
Yeah. Let's switch over to some Twitch news.
That's my Twitch can opening.
Speaking of internet dickbags, apparently EA paid Ninja, who had risen to fame because of his ability to play Fortnite on Twitch, paid him $1 million to stream Apex Legends instead of Fortnite.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I almost got a spit take out of that. So I'm not going to read the entire article or anything. It was from an anonymous source. Reuters published a report today saying that publisher EA paid Ninja $1 million to play Apex Legends and tweet about it. The day after the game launched on February 4th, Ninja has over 13 million followers on Twitch, meaning that anything he streams will get an astronomical amount of exposure. That said, even by Ninja standards, $1 million is a significant chunk of change. In December, he told CNN he makes $500,000 per month and a lot more in a good month.
Jeez.
So, just short and sweet. If you want to see the rest of it, click in the link down in the description below. We'll have that for you. It's coming up on time that they'll order the pizzas, so we're going to fly through the rest of these.
Okay. Oh, you haven't ordered it yet?
No, Ginger's going to order it
for
us to pick up. So a few days ago, we celebrated the 30 years of the World Wide Web being a thing.
Okay.
The World Wide Web was created by Tim Berners-Lee, an English engineer and computer scientist, who first proposed the system that would become the World Wide Web on March 11th, 1989. To acknowledge the anniversary, he revisited his ideas about the internet in a new letter published today. He admits, a few days ago, Berners-Lee admits that the internet now has a lot of problems. Users are plagued by online harassment, state-sponsored hacks, and other criminal behavior. Ad-based revenue models reward clickbait while there is a constant viral spread of fake news. And even though they can be rewarding, social media platforms also have become a home to political outrage and polarizing conversations.
I agree with all of that.
Still, Berners-Lee is hopeful about humans and systems' capacity to improve. He says, but given how much the web has changed in the past 30 years, it would be defeatist and unimaginative to assume that the web as we know it can't be changed for the better in the next 30. If we give up on building a better web now, then the web will not have failed us. We will have failed the web.
I think I'll watch that video when I get home. I think I will watch that video of him talking about it. That's pretty interesting.
All right, continuing on World Wide Web stuff, the internet. The web just took a big step toward a password-free future, which I thought was interesting, considering the fact that we've talked about creating...
How you need to protect your passwords.
And not use the same damn passwords and use something like 1Pass or whatever to secure your passwords. WebAuthn is here to kill the password. Ooh. The subtitle says. This is also from The Verge. Today, W3C approved WebAuthn, a new authentication standard that aims to replace the password as a way of securing your online accounts. First announced last year, WebAuthn, which stands for Web Authentication, go figure, they're not super creative over there at W3C, is already supported by most browsers, including Chrome, Firefox, Edge, and Safari. Its publication as an official web standard should pave the way for wider adoption by individual websites. At its core, WebAuthn is an API that allows websites to communicate with a secure device to let a user log into their service. The secure device can range from a FIDO security key that you simply plug into a USB port on your computer to a more complex biometric device that allows for an additional level of verification.
This is some Shadowrunner shit right here.
Hell yeah, it is. The important thing is that WebAuthn is more secure than weak passwords people end up using for most websites, and it's simpler than having to remember a string of characters in the first place. Now that the standard has been approved by the W3C, the next step is for websites to integrate the standard. Dropbox was one of the first to do so last year, and Microsoft did so soon after. The password isn't on its last legs yet, but after today's announcement, WebAuthn is one step closer to being a viable alternative.
I like it.
Yeah. If it's something that's easier and more secure than mixing up your passwords, then I'm all for it.
Yeah.
Don't lose your FIDO key. Or, tie it to your phone that has, your biometric scan that unlocks it. And G to G.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Do you have your fingerprint tied to your phone?
I do. Why do you think it turned on? Okay.
That's what I thought. I wanted to ask.
Yep. I figure the government knows who I am anyway.
I specifically turned my fingerprint scanner off on my phone.
Right.
Not for any sort of, conspiracy theory reasons either. I just don't use it. See, I'd rather just push the button and then slide up.
Well, yeah, but I lock my phone, too.
Yeah, I don't lock my phone. I have no need to.
Yeah. I don't really have a need to either. I just always... If I lose my phone for some reason, I don't want people going through it.
Yeah.
I don't want people to have access to any of my stuff.
Thing is, I'm constantly turning my phone off and on during the day and checking it.
Yeah.
I don't want to put in the passcode every fucking time.
Well, you could just use the fingerprint, and it'll automatically open if you just touch that place.
Well, I'll be goddamned.
Yeah, see? There it is. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, and your phone is secure when you're not using it.
That's true. I think you made a good point.
Yeah. Occasionally, it'll say, hey, you have to put in your PIN number again, or your password, whichever you choose. But it's once every couple of days.
Oh, okay.
So it's not often. And if you do it yourself once every couple of days, then it doesn't ask. If you do that instead of using your fingerprint. I don't know. I prefer it because, like I said, I have a lot of financial information on my phone as well. So, I secure it as best I can from wireless hackers as well. So I don't connect to open Wi-Fi's that I'm not familiar with, because there are ways that people will spoof Wi-Fi's to...
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
They can be sitting at McDonald's and route McDonald's through their own and grab all of your information. So I don't use any Wi-Fi's that are open to the public unless I trust them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
smart move.
And that's just to protect my financial information because I do a lot of financial stuff on my phone.
Yeah, see, I do no financial stuff on my phone. Well, no, that's a lie.
Yeah.
I do a lot of financial stuff on my phone, actually.
I was going to say, even the simple stuff like checking your bank account. Like, your bank account information is on there.
I pay my bills and stuff on my phone.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Wizards of the Coast has released a new Artificer class for 5e.
Okay. I think you were excited about this. Didn't you mention this in our D&D chat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not like, oh my god, I gotta play it, but it's pretty exciting. I was more sharing it just because I was sharing D&D news with some other D&D nerds.
Right.
But yeah, you can go and you can play it for free.
Cool.
You can get the class for free. So you can go to the Wizards of the Coast site or just search Artificer 5e class and download it. Their whole thing is they use magic to imbue trinkets with spells.
Yeah. Which would be cool. I like artificers. I like that idea.
Yeah.
I'd like to do it to random objects.
You can too.
Yeah, just this teacup at a pub or this stein at a pub and just and that way the next person that uses it within, however long the spell lasts would drink out of it and turn into a newt.
Well, like some of the stuff that you can do with it even at early levels is you can make you pick an item and then you can make that item give off a sound or a smell within 20 feet permanently.
Oh, wow. That's pretty cool.
But you can only have so many permanent items at once.
Oh, okay.
So the higher level you get, the more little cantripy shits you can have all over the place. Because that's only one of 10 things you can do. You can do crazy shit with them. You can record a message, a 30-word message as a cantrip at first level.
Yeah.
And then do that on a rock and then give it to someone and be like, okay, you can take this to the general, have him speak the code word we agreed on, and it'll repeat this message to him.
That's really cool, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like message of sending, but you actually have to physically send the thing there.
Yeah.
So
or you tie it to a message bird, but there's no message on it. It just says...
speak the code word, and it's just a slip of paper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be cool, yeah. That is neat.
Yeah, so the Artificer class sounds...
Or you could fox them.
Send them a fox?
Fox them, yeah. Send them a fox. It was a joke from Men in Tights.
Oh, I don't remember Men in Tights.
Yeah. I'm going to fox them, and then he releases a fox that has a message tied to him. And I think because the movie was produced by Fox, so...
Oh, okay.
I think, or something like that. Anyway, they made a reference to Fox, proper Fox. But anyway, whatever. That was my joke that you killed. Thanks, Brandon.
I'm sorry. I definitely did kill it. So you have our final bit of news here, Rem?
So to wrap up the episode, we are going to watch the official Avengers Endgame trailer, and this is the second trailer, right?
Yes.
That they released?
Have you watched this yet?
I have. Have you?
Yeah, I watched it this morning, but I kind of watched it quickly. It was before work. I was smoking a cigarette and just was watching it on my phone, so...
I feel you.
God, seems like 1,000 years ago. I fought my way out of that cave, became Iron Man. Realized I loved you. I know I said no more surprises, but I was really hoping to pull off one last one.
The world has changed. None of us can go back. All we can do is our best. And sometimes the best that we can do is to start over.
I saw all these people die. I keep telling everybody they should move on. Some do, but not us.
Even if there's a small chance, we owe this to everyone who's not in this room to try.
We will. Whatever it takes. Whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes.
takes. I like this one.
So there you go. There's Brie Larson
In the Avengers.
in the Avengers meeting Thor.
Yep. Which, pretty expected, I guess, of somebody to give her some kind of a test to see whether or not they like her.
Yeah.
Which, in this case, it ended up being Thor with the hammer. So that's going to wrap us up for this podcast.
Yep.
If you have any questions or comments or you'd like to hear yourself on air, you can call us at 978-DU-OGRES. That's 978-386-4737. You can also reach us on Twitter at Dueling Ogres. Email us at duelingogres@gmail.com or leave a comment on the Facebook page like these nice people. Brandon, go.
We had one comment this week from Viscount Terry W. Irvin II, who commented and said, quote of the episode, people being shitbags on the internet.
Yes.
True, there are too many afflicting internet content. Reminds me of flies and yellow jackets swarming a community picnic. Those losers need to get a better hobby or maybe a real life or both.
Yes.
I agree. I also have been reading, I picked up Terry's new novella, Guild.
Yes.
I've started reading that. Once I'm finished with it, I'll have a review. But Terry, I just want you to know that I have started reading it.
I had started listening to Outpost, was the first one?
Yes.
Yes. Because that's, Guild is Guild part of the...
There's Outpost, there's Betrayal, and then there's Guild as a novella.
Yeah. So this is Terry's lit RPG novella series.
No. Guild is a novella. The other ones are novels.
Oh, are they full novels?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought they were shorter as well.
Nope.
Oh.
They're shorter than like Relic Tech and Flank Hawk, but
Yeah.
they're still full-size books.
Which I finished Relic Hunted as well. So I am now, listening-wise, caught up on all of Terry's books except for Thunderwells. Didn't finish Genre Shotgun, but it's a collection of short stories.
Yeah.
So it's not tied to anything in particular. They're just previously published short stories. And this continuing lit RPG series. So, but I'm working on that one.
Nice.
I have not read any of the books that he has done with other authors yet.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll pick those up afterward. But yeah. So
He'll be at the Creator Con, whenever that is. I can't remember the date of that.
CreatorCon?
You posted about it.
Did
I
I?
can't remember what it's called exactly. The Artists and Creators Convention that's coming up in like 2 months. Jordan Lowe of Kapow and Asylum Comics is running it. It's in Marietta, Ohio.
I know where Marietta is. Thank you.
I don't know.
I don't remember.
We'll have more details as it gets closer.
Yeah, I don't remember.
But yeah, he's
going to
be there, I believe.
Wow, I'm a big dumb, Brandon.
Yep.
Anyway, I felt like I had some other one, but I don't remember where it was now. So
And we also had an iTunes comment, I believe, Remington.
yes, from our rival podcast, Kapow, the Pop Cultured Podcast.
Really?
Yes, Cliff, in fact. He says, Remington and Brandon have a wonderful banter and quick wit between them that often leads down a humorous side quest. Superior audio quality and production. Keep up the great work, fellas, and strive to one day reach the level of your across-the-river rival, Kapow, the Pop Cultured Podcast. And just because I want to reread him, this is quickly becoming a favorite. 5 stars from Stephen Hines. I'm not easily impressed when it comes to podcasts, but I was hooked during the first episode that I listened to. Great stuff. And Beeflog 1266, which is actually Brandon, says, I listened to just one episode, and unfortunately my brain exploded from how awesome it was. Don't let this deter you, however, as the government will provide you a new body free of charge. So, if you're out there listening and you have iTunes, or even if you don't have iTunes, download iTunes, create an account, find our podcast, leave a review, and then delete your account.
Yeah, that's all you need to do.
Yeah, it's fine. Just do that.
And thank you,
I'm
Cliff,
not
for
asking
the comment.
much.
I love that he got the plug in there for Kapow also.
Yeah,
that's
you
hilarious.
son of a bitch. But thank you for leaving that iTunes review, Cliff. I very much appreciate it.
Yeah.
It's the first one that we've had in a while. We've had some people give 5 stars. I think we are at... it's not showing it on mobile. Somewhere else it shows... Oh, wait, no, there it is. There are 11 5-star ratings.
Oh, nice.
Total. Just not all of them have comments.
Okay.
So 11 is a good number, but it should be in the thousands.
Yes.
Just saying. So pop over there, give us that 5-star review on iTunes because that helps boost us higher on the cool kids list. Or you can rail that subscribe button on YouTube because we post the video and audio versions, the unedited video version and the edited audio version over on YouTube.
That's a lot of Dueling Ogres.
It's all the Dueling Ogres all the time. You can find us on iHeartRadio, Spotify, Google Podcasts, or nearly anywhere else you can find a podcast because they all pull from the iTunes list.
Yeah. It's all the same thing pretty
It's
much.
all the same. I am on spring break, so I'm going to be catching up on stuff, and the episode should be released pretty quickly.
Cool.
So I'm pretty excited about that. And I don't have anything else. So wave to the good people, Brandon. And until next week, Ogres, keep your clubs blunt.
And your tusks sharp.
Good night. And we are not rating anybody because
there's nobody to raid.
there's nobody. Well, there's nobody in here to pass the the numbers to. The 2 people who aren't bots, who are just lurking. But if you come back through and watch the video, thank you so much for watching the video, and love you.
Yeah. We love you hard.
Yeah, we love you long time.
Does your curly Q straw say Rem?
Yes, it does.
That's awesome.
It was a special Christmas gift.
That's really cool.
All right, good night, everybody.
Good night. Good night. Bye.
Nice.
There's no one in here. Fuck it. I'll burp. I'll burp all day.
Do it again.
I can't burp anymore. I'm done burping, actually. Oh, God. Yeah, that was vomit.
There you go, guys. So, a couple of days ago...
Just what we become when there's nobody here.
Yeah, we're monsters. We're ogres.
We know our listeners will appreciate it regardless.
Yeah.
Because they're great.
They are.
And you're going to edit those burps out, right?
No.
And probably put them at the end.
Uh-huh. Yes. The latter. So edit them out? No. Edit them to the end? Yes.